Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Makarkadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Earth Millstone, preaching his word truthfully and sincerely. Shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And I say shalom to your Akim out there. And this is in the news of October 28th, 2022. And this is from the Tribune. The Tribune, I think. Some first time hearing about this news article, but this was by Ellen Mitchell of thehill.com. Updated October 28th, 2022 at 12:38 p.m. Central Standard Time by Ellen Mitchell. As I mentioned before, the highlight of this news article and the refer in the news, October 28th, 2022. It says U.S. to send Ukraine another $275 million in weapons and equipment. Right, because you know with the current tensions going on over there in Ukraine, and Russia, they was doing some type of military exercise drill since the Operation War in Ukraine. And then you got NATO and its allies of Ukraine as well too. They doing military drills and exercise training as well too. While that's going on, you got United States sending another additional $275 million in weapons and equipment as well too. And it says the Pentagon will send Ukraine another $275 million in weapons and military equipment as part of a new package meant to help shore up Kyiv's force and ahead of winter fighting. And it says the Defense Department announced on Friday the package will include more ammunition for high mobility artillery rocket system, the HIMARS 500 precision guide 155mm artillery rounds in 2000 and 155mm rounds of remote anti-armor mine systems, more than 1,300 anti-armor systems and 125 Humvees small arms and over 2.75 million rounds of small arm ammunition and 4 satellite communications antennas. The Deputy Pentagon Press Secretary Sabrina Shan told the reporters. The lethal aid will come via presidential drawdown authority, meaning the military will pull weapons from its own stockpile to send to Ukraine. The U.S. has now committed more than $18.5 billion. Wow, that's a lot of money. And security assistance to Ukraine since the beginning of the Biden administration, so said. And it says there are no new weapons in the U.S. package. Any additional aid is meant to restock critical weapon systems and already Ukrainian hands amongst those systems. The HIMARS, which Kyiv forced to have used to push Russian troops from the chunks of Ukraine land, and its counteroffensive has begun in the start of September. Right, because not too long ago, Russia got the vote of having own those territories in the parts of Ukraine. And it says some of the equipment and systems that are mentioning, I believe Kyiv was ready for an offensive attack against Russia, So that lets you know the tensions is only definitely just going to intensify more and more and more, And as I'm going to read again, it says some of the equipment and systems that are mentioned are having everyday impacts that we're seeing on battlefields. And that's why we are providing more, Psalm said. Slocky. Maybe later. Yep. And continue on with the reading. It says Ukraine are still waiting on other major systems, including advanced surface-to-air missile systems of NASAMS, which could be a knockdown to targets in the sky, including drones, ballistic missiles, or fire jets. The weapon is expected to be delivered early next month. The Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin told reporters Thursday the U.S. has committed 2 of the air systems to Kyiv, which continues to pressure Western nations and more of the critical capability. And it says signs and Pentagon training for Ukraine to operate NASAMS, which concludes soon, and once finished, the systems will be ready for delivery to Ukraine. And it says the latest aid package comes after Ukraine troops are in the midst of a battle to retake the southern part of Kherson. So yeah, bring out that aroma of war as usual. This is the book of Matthew 24 and verse 6, and it reads through the Holy Scriptures. And it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24 and 7. For nations shall rise against nations, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Luke 21 and 9. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is by and by. Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be, let me read again, Luke 21 and 25. And it reads, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon, and upon the earth, and and the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, and the seas and the raving war. Right, because we see the distress of nations with the continuing of uprises and upwards and people in the world, which you can read in 2nd Ezra 9 and 3, and 2nd Ezra 15, 2nd Ezra 15, verse 15 through verse 16 in the book of 2nd Ezra, 15th chapter. And it says, that sedition among man's spirit. Nations are increasingly against one another, nation against nation, and kingdom against kingdoms as well too. And perplexity of nations, distress of nations. I meant to say Slocky, and that's what we're seeing. Now you got the United States continuing to fund Ukraine more money, with the ongoing war is still continuing, while you have Russia already claiming territories, Ukraine trying to reclaim back what is theirs, with their separation from Ukraine a while back, what they used to be called USSR, back in the early or mid-90s, I believe. So yeah, that fighting still continues between Russia and Ukraine, as Russia calls it a military operation, since their invasion in late February all the way until now, So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying for In the News of October the 28th, 2022, on this, on this Friday afternoon at 5:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so with that, I hope this was edifying, as I mentioned before. And I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Earth Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered to the 4 corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled bird, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and a ball.